Hi there, I'm Santosh Singh and welcome to Android Developer Mastery. So in this part we are going to talk about our first app in Android Studio. So this is our first app, Numerology. It is based on number astrology, which provides information based on your birth lucky number. It has a layout, linear layout, which contains the four things: text view, number picker, button, and text view that show your result when we click in button. So now we need to implement this app in Android Studio. So this is the Android Studio welcome screen. Just click here, start a new Android project and name it. Hit next, select your minimum SDK, then select empty activity that default selected here, then finish. So now our app is ready to use. Let's move on project view. So this is the project view, which contains two things: app module and a Gradle scripts. App module contains three packages. First is Manifest, second is Java, and third is RES. So in Manifest we have a single file which we call Android Manifest XML. It provides the basic information about your application such as package name, icon, theme, activity, services, and receivers. So we talk about later this thing. After that we have a Java package that contains three sub package. First package part of your project where your main activity XML situated, and other two things a part of testing. First is Android testing and other is unit testing. Next thing, RES. RES stands for resources. It contains all kind of resource of your application except Java classes. So it has a drawable layout, map values. We talk about later these things, but resources combination of XML and a PNG file mostly. We have a Gradle script here, which contains a three.gradle file. First is build Gradle for project. Second is build Gradle for module. Mostly we work with module build Gradle file because it allows you to manage your project, such as first section is Android section where you manage your SDK version and change your minimum SDK target SDK version. And after that we have a dependency section which allows you to add or remove any kind of dependency you don't like or you don't wanna add in your project. And now we have a setting Gradle where you add or remove multiple modules. If you wanna add multiple modules in your project, then you need to use setting Gradle and add that module after your basic module. So this is application UI design, and you can see in this design all widgets vertically aligned in a center here. So I'm gonna set this design layout first, and I need to set linear layout, orientation vertical, and gravity center. This thing, when I set the alignment set properly, and after that we going to create this background which I call a gradient background. So I need to create a XML file in drawable and create a gradient background by calling gradient tag, and after that I set background property in linear layout by calling drawable XML file and then this color set into it. So we talk about this thing later. Now we are going to make this thing first. Now we are going to create our design. So first target RES package and then select the layout, and here it is activity main XML file. This is your XML code and this is your design of that XML file. So first thing we need to change this layout because this is the constant layout that by default added in your app. So change this thing, remove this thing and add linear layout. As you can see, our hello world tag alignment change it top in the left side now. So we need to add a linear layout orientation because every linear layout requires orientation, horizontal or vertical. To add a gravity center, just remove this redundancy. So now we need to add background into it. First thing is that select drawable and right click here and select your drawable resource from near, add name, then change your selector tag into shape and add shape rectangle, then call gradient. As you can see, I add this thing Whenever you want to change your color, just select this color background and then choose whatever color you need. That's it. Now we need to add this thing into our layout. Just call background property and add the red drawable gradient. Here it is. First thing achieved. Now before we start adding widgets, I wanna show you some things. Whenever you wanna add any kind of whenever you need to add a string value into text, just remember that you have to create that string value into string. Like that, I create that text caption and like that, name it text message, and between these tags add hello world and call this thing in a text at the end string text message. Like that, that's it. So this is the first rule about adding a string into your XML. And so next thing is that whenever you work with multiple text views or buttons that properties are similar, mostly minimum 3 properties or 2 properties similar, you need to add everywhere and you don't need to change this thing. So what you need to do, that you just create a style for particular text view and style name text view, and then you call that under, remove this thing and you call that by style and text view and paste this thing under every text view. That's it. You don't need to write in every text view same code. Just create a single style and then that style works in all way. Just put that style into every text view. That's it. Like that. So now move on. One more thing you need to add, if you wanna add color like string, we have a string colors XML file. Just create a color name variable name and put the color like 123 and then choose that color, such as you need white, and select that thing, and after that put that color here at the red color, at the red color white. That's it. So this is the essential thing about Android: values, color, strings and styles. So you learn that thing, and after that I'm going to add our required widgets that helps you to understand what's going on here. So I'm gonna grab my code from my website, actually my blog, and here it is, the link below, this code here available for you. Copy that thing and add here. As you can see, after adding our widgets here, we have an error that shows button text string value not created into strings. Let's create from here, like press key option plus return in MacBook, or in a Windows alt plus enter. So if you don't know, just select this thing and create and add the value that you wanna shows result. As you can see, it appears. Now our app is ready to use, and I'm gonna implement Java. Before we start, you gonna find something ID that I add into number picker button and text view. The ID property allows you to grab that thing in Java implementation as an object. So remember that I need these three things: open Java and go main activity. And just remember that if you know about Java, first we create object and then on create method. So call this thing first number picker button text view and initialize here. You can see I select ID, then type number picker, it appears, and then button, and same as text view. After that you need to add a minimum maximum number in number picker because number picker is empty now, and add listener in button set on, click listener and type new and press first word O, then on click listener appear. Just click here and it create everything. Now you need to implement your method. However, we don't have any database till now, so we need to create our database. Java first package, select that package and then new and select Java class, name it Numerology. So I just grab database from my blog, and here it is, the my database with class. Just copy this thing and remove and then paste this thing here like that. Now we are ready to set. So now we need to call Numerology object and set it into text view. Call get and pass the I value under that thing. Now we are ready to set. But remember that computer counting start with 0 and human counting start with 1. So that's why we need to remember that thing as a programmer. So put -1 get value, and now we are all set. Just run this app. Whenever you want to run, just click AVD manager, and you don't have if any virtual device, just create here and follow the steps, next option, and that appear after that. And when it appears, you need to run device. As you can see, our emulator is on. You can see our app is running now, and when I click any number, it shows the quality of that number, and that is awesome. But I need to add one more thing which I wanna say. And when I click here, it bounces this message. So I wanna add animation part, little bit animation. Before we start to create animation, we need to create a package under resource which we called anim, and here we need to create a directory under resource. Select interpolator, type anim. Anim is a fixed package. You don't have a right to change this. When you create any kind of name, it not appear here. So remember that thing. New and add animation resource file. Name it bounce. So just add a fill after true and call another property. After that, call scale. As you can see, I add properties in scale. So what is going on here? X value is same and Y value is changed from 0 to 1. It means X is horizontally aligned left to right, and Y is aligned vertical top to bottom. So the animation start top to bottom bouncing. So that is the thing. Now add this thing under Java class. Call the animation class, initialize it, load animation, call this, and then target that bounce from r.anime.bounce. That's it. Last thing, text view, start animation and call that object animation. Now we are done. Just run it. App ready to use. Let's see. Show result. Pretty cool. So are done. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. See you soon. Goodbye.